We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up BBY stock. We are on the monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to the right hand side is a bearish red doji with a press up to the top. Also, it's coming from a pattern. It could be at a midpoint of a overall area. So we do have price action overall, higher highs, price action overall, lower lows, midpoint, adding second level highs, also adding third level highs. Assuming the price before we do price action on the monthly time frame is sitting at 73.70. If we go over the price before we talk about patterns that could be happening in that market, there's a lot of patterns happening, so there's a few things to talk about. Before we get there, we can see that we do have price action between the resistance of the white line and the bottom of that support, above that support of the red line. So market's in that midpoint of that area. So we're going to figure out what's really going on in that area. Also, market's coming from a pattern at that high, and let's talk about it. So we have price action with multiple pushes to that top. So we're going to draw it out. It'll get clear as we walk down the time frame. May not be as many, but as here is identifying as that first, second, third, fourth retest, and market push down one. So price action is coming from a triple top. So first, second, third, fourth, retest one, retest two, and then price action is a retest, and we get the third push, it's coming down. Okay, so let's talk about the areas that it can come down to. So if price is working its way down to the next level, we're looking for price to head down to numbers of 65.84. And if price is respected with a pattern, price can head back up to previous areas of 89.71 and so on. So as I said before, price action is a bearish red candle doji type with a long wick up to that top, showing that that market can be working its way down to that yellow SR line, which is 64.57. We can see that triple top is coming from, we can see those multiple pushes, but let's say if the market is respected at this midpoint or below that midpoint, if we do get the press down, market is identifying as that first leg, third to last candle, second leg, price action could be the third leg, so it's being respected at that midpoint, and price action can push up if we receive a pattern, identifying from a double bottom and happen in that area. Or that market can consolidate below or above the SR lines of the price action midpoint SR line that is currently at. So if we think about it, we're going to place a little zone in this area. So as we walk down the time frame, we can really see how it's looking. Walking down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we have price action as a bullish green doji, so it's indecisive. We're looking for a candle to engulf that area. There's a few things that can be happening. There's an overall pattern. Let's talk about that first in this area. So this market's work its way up for that overall pattern. It can be identifying as that first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg retest be respected here, and market pushes up. And that's coming from the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulders, with a head and shoulders pattern or overall triple bottom. You can find that on Forex Pattern Cheat Sheet. Click on images, very important information. Or if that market works its way down, it's coming down from this third to last candle with a press up to the top, made it to the midpoint, broke the midpoint of that red SR line, so that market broke, came back to retest and receive a bearish red candle. Market can be pushing down to previous levels at 68.88, and if it breaks that level, it can head down to 64.57 unless it's respected and push back up, or that market can consolidate within that zone. But if that market's working its way down, it's going to be coming from that pattern of that overall first leg, second leg, third leg, and this is where we're looking for that double top to form, to break the previous side, to work its way to that midpoint, to work its way down to the SR line. And that midpoint will be between the bottom of that zone and this yellow SR line that we did create. On the daily time frame, we have price action as a bullish green doji. So all that's doing is retesting the break of that second last candle, which is a bearish huge candle. So let's talk about what's happening in that area. So all we received is the break of that SR line that made it down to the bottom. It's retesting just a bit. It could be enough momentum for the market to push through that zone, unless we may receive a full retest and markets work its way up for that second leg, for the breakout third leg, and markets work its way for an incline W. On the 4-hour time frame, we have price action as a bearish red candle side by side with the second last candle. So market's consolidating so far. So what the market did was break down to that area of support of that zone and worked its way sideways with the price and second last candle. Still waiting to see what it's going to do. 3-hour time frame, same as well. So the dominant candle is the third to last candle, where they all dojis in the market, very weak candles, but the dominant candle is the third to last candle. Price action second last candle is within that third to last candle, so we're waiting for that breakout. So like I said before, for the previous time frame, that consolidation is happening. On the 2-hour time frame, same as well, but what happened is price action like has made it to that midpoint of that area. So we have price action high, we have that price action low, and we can see price action sitting at that area. So if it's respected, we'll be identifying a pattern. We'll talk about it on the 1-hour time frame. And if so, it will be identifying as the first leg, second leg, third leg. If it's respected here, markets push up for that double bottom. Okay, if it pushes down, we're identifying, talk about it on the 45-minute time frame, which will be identifying as that market doing the break, the retest, and we're looking for market to push. So it did push to the previous areas, or currently was at 73.66. The next level down can be about 73.48, and it can work its way down further if it's respected. If it's not respected at this support, to work its way back up as that double bottom. On a 30-minute time frame, same as well, but price action on the 45-minute time frame is a retest of the SR line. So market broke, retest, 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 and market pushed down, but price action is a long wick up to that top, so it did tag. That market is working its way down so far, it look like, with the price action candle, so it can head back to previous areas of 73.48 and be respected. Okay, so that's why we do see that zone that is in. Also, we do see price action is in that, I said zone, of that midpoint of the SR line, or those two SR lines, so it can be respected and work its way back up. 15-minute time frame, still reading the same thing as well, coming from a pattern at that high, so we can kind of see that first, second, third, fourth, second last candle is a retest, price action breaking. Like I said before, it looked like it's headed down to that previous areas of the SR line, and it did look like it broke the midpoint. So we do have a midpoint in this area. It did break, so we're going to see if it's going to follow up and what's really going to happen. And we can see that double top is coming from overall first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg, incline double top, so it can be respected at that support area as it currently at, and push back up. If so, we'll be identifying the first, second, third, and the market pushes up for that double bottom. But if it works, if you guys trade in a 3-minute time frame, if it does respect this area here, it can head back up to previous areas of 73.90 before that market creates that momentum. But you do want to see price action engulf the second and third last candles in the market to push that market up. And it's also reading the same thing as well. Now we're starting to see that clear break of the SR lines. Very important information. Please study and review Forex pattern cheat sheet, breakout and retest strategies. Click on images. Okay guys, this is Cam Jones, FX, BBY, Stock.